All rights to the characters and storyline of Fruits Basket belong solely to its creators and copyright holders. This text is a fan-created interpretation and does not claim any ownership or official affiliation with the creators or distributors of Fruits Basket. All references to the characters and their development are based on the original work and are intended solely for entertainment and discussion purposes. Unexpected Allure, Chapter 3. The Soma family gathered for one of their usual family functions, filled with warmth, laughter, and the delicious aroma of home-cooked food. Tohru and Kyo were enjoying the relaxing atmosphere, catching up with various family members and savoring the comfort of being surrounded by loved ones. The evening was passing pleasantly until Shigure, with his characteristic mischief, stood up to make an announcement. "Ladies and gentlemen," Shigure called out with a playful grin, "it's time for some karaoke. I'm sure everyone will have a blast." Excited murmurs spread through the room, and people began to gather around the karaoke setup. Tohru and Kyo exchanged amused glances. Kyo was particularly intrigued, knowing that Tohru's singing had been a hit at their previous outing. He could tell she was slightly apprehensive, but was clearly enjoying the family's warm reception. Unbeknownst to Tohru, Haru, who had a knack for playful surprises, had secretly slipped a song into the queue. He knew Tohru's singing prowess and wanted to add a bit of fun to the night. When Shigure called for the next performer, he scanned the crowd and his eyes landed on Tohru and Kyo. "Tohru, how about you come up and grace us with a performance?" Tohru hesitated, her face turning a bit pale. "Oh, I don't think so. I'm not up for it tonight." Kyo, sensing her reluctance, but also knowing how much she enjoyed singing, leaned in with flirty eyes and a warm smile. "Come on, Tohru, I'd love to hear you sing again." Feeling a mix of nervousness and determination, and not wanting to let Kyo down, Tohru agreed. She took a deep breath and made her way to the stage. As she looked at the screen, the familiar tune of Jenny began to play, and she felt a rush of embarrassment. The song's suggestive lyrics and upbeat tempo felt out of place for a family gathering, and she was unsure how to handle it. As she stood there, scanning the room filled with family, her anxiety grew. The idea of singing such a provocative song in front of her family made her cheeks flush with embarrassment. Her eyes darted around, seeking a familiar face that could offer her comfort. When her gaze landed on Kyo, he met her eyes and gave her a reassuring wink. The simple gesture, full of love and encouragement, gave her the courage she needed. Tohru took a deep breath and began to sing. At first her voice was timid and her movements were hesitant. She tried to focus on the lyrics, not let her discomfort overwhelm her. The crowd watched intently, and Tohru could feel their anticipation building. Friends were cheering her on, their support evident. Even the usually reserved Yuki had a proud smile on his face. As the song continued, Tohru began to find her footing. The familiar melody, which she had always loved, gradually helped her overcome her nervousness. She found her rhythm and started to embrace the song's upbeat and flirtatious vibe. Her movements became more fluid, her voice stronger, and her energy more vibrant. She even started to dance a little, her body moving with the music in a way that was both playful and confident. Kyo, initially cringing at the song choice, found himself completely captivated by Tohru's transformation. The way she threw herself into the performance with genuine joy and enthusiasm was magnetic. Her presence on stage was electrifying, and he couldn't take his eyes off of her. The earlier discomfort she felt about the song faded, and he became enthralled by her. Tohru's confidence grew with every verse, and by the time the song reached its bridge, she was fully immersed into the performance. She glanced around her family, their faces lit up with smiles and applause. The atmosphere was filled with a sense of celebration, and Tohru's radiant smile reflected her joy. When the song ended, the room erupted in cheers and applause. Tohru, breathless and flushed with exhilaration, returned to her friends at the table. She sat down, her cheeks still pink from the performance, and looked around with a mix of relief. "I can't believe I just sang that song," she said, laughing nervously. Kyo, his eyes still glowing with admiration, took her hand. "You were incredible, Tohru." He led her away from the crowd, a mischievous glint in his eyes. Tohru followed him, her curiosity piqued. Kyo guided her to a small closet near the back of the house. The door creaked as he opened it, and the dim light inside cast shadows on the wall. Once inside, Kyo closed the door behind them, turning to face Tohru with an intense gaze. "Tohru," he said, his voice low and filled with affection, "your performance was amazing." Tohru's heart raced as she looked up at him. Kyo's gaze was filled with a mix of desire and admiration. She could feel the heat of his gaze, and it made her breath catch in her throat. Before she could respond, Kyo pulled her close and kissed her deeply. The kiss was full of passion, and Tohru responded with equal fever, their hands finding their way to his shoulders. The small, secluded space amplified their connection. Kyo's hands roamed over her, his touch making her shiver with excitement. He pressed her gently but firmly against the wall of the closet, his desire evident. The thrill of their secret rendezvous, combined with the electrifying effect of her performance, had left him eager for more. Tohru responded to his touch, her own desire building as their kiss deepened. Kyo's hand slid down her waist, pulling her closer. The intimacy of the moment was heightened by the quiet of the closet, making every touch and kiss feel more intense. As their passion grew, Kyo's hand explored further, his touches sending waves of pleasure through Tohru. The space was small, but it felt like a private sanctuary where their love and desire could fully unfold. The connection between them was palpable, and they lost themselves in each other's embrace. After their intimate moment, Kyo and Tohru composed themselves and returned to the family gathering, their bond ever stronger, their hearts full from the shared experience. The rest of the evening was filled with joy, laughter, and a sense of deep connection. As they rejoined the family, Kyo's gaze toward Tohru was filled with a newfound warmth, and Tohru's smile reflected her happiness. The night had been full of surprises and emotions, leaving them both with cherished memories and a deeper appreciation for their relationship. Hi, my name is Angel. I hope you liked this. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe. If you want to hear more, check out my website, or if you want my books in an easier to read format, check out my Wattpad.